very good morning to you all, ladies and gentlemen. May I request all of you to remain standing as the academic procession enters the hall.
All are requested to take their seats. Chancellor, sir, may I request you to declare the Convocation 2022 open? No, sorry. Yeah, I'm very sorry. No, yeah, I'm very sorry. Yeah. Please stand up for the national anthem. request everybody to remain standing for the university anthem.
Ourselves towards excellency. Let's cheer our utmost efforts and our skills through intellectual learning and strong will. Let's raise the flag of red and blue with words and deeds. Be strong, so true. Merit them and take us forever proclaim. Cherish the glory of your name. Setting the lamp upon of clouds, pledging to make our nation proud. Embracing of caste, color and creed for growth and social needs. Let's raise the flag of red and blue with words and deeds. Be strong, so true. Merit them and take us forever proclaim to cherish the glory of your name, to cherish your moral name.
All are requested to take their seat. Chancellor, sir, may I request you to declare the Convocation 2022 open?
I declare the Convocation 2022, which has been called to confer degrees upon the candidates who have been certified to be worthy of the same, open.
Thank you, sir. Madam Vice Chancellor, may I request you to welcome our esteemed dignitaries and everyone present here to the Convocation 2022.
His Excellency, Shri Satyapal Malik Ji, the Honorable Governor of the State of Meghalaya, and a distinguished visitor of the university, Colonel Dr. V.R.K. Prasad, the Honorable Chancellor of the university, Dr. Indrani Bhuyan, the Registrar, members of the Board of Governors, the Board of Management and of the Academic Council, the dignitaries and invitees who are present with us here today, the faculty members, administrative staff, the recipients of degrees and medals, student friends, parents who are here, and the press and electronic media. Good morning to each and everyone. On behalf of the Icfai University Meghalaya, I extend a warm welcome to all of you to the present convocation, and I take the first opportunity to congratulate the graduating students and the medalists. We are highly thankful and indebted to His Excellency, Shri Satyapal Malik Ji, for his gracious presence in this convocation as our chief guest today. Shri Satyapal Malik Ji has served as a member of the Legislative Assembly of Uttar Pradesh and also as a member of both houses of parliament has also served as the governor of Bihar, Jammu and Kashmir, and of Goa too. Now, it was during his tenure as the governor of Jammu and Kashmir that the Article 370 of the Constitution of India was deleted. We are fortunate, therefore, to have amidst us today a governor and the visitor of the university who is a very learned person. Sir, we are very much elated by your esteemed presence during the convocation. I thank you, sir, for your continuous support towards the development and growth of our university. Late Shri N.J. Yasasway, the founder of the Icfai group of institutions and of the Icfai Society, was a visionary and an institution builder. He had established the Icfai Society in 1985, and within a short span of time, he had established 11 universities and 9 Icfai business schools throughout the length and breadth of country India. Now, out of the 11 universities that had been established, 5 of them are established here in the Northeast, and one of those is the Icfai University, Meghalaya. After his sad and sudden demise, of course, at that time we felt orphaned. However, Mrs. Shobha Rani Yasasway, Mr. V.R. Shankaraji, the president of the society, and Dr. P. Venkateswaralu, member secretary of the society, they took upon themselves to nurture all these the institutions that had been established. And through their continuous support and nurture, we are able to grow and develop as we are today. On behalf of the Icfai University Meghalaya, I therefore thank the Icfai Society as sponsor who had liberally financed the running of the university. Now, Colonel Dr. V.R.K. Prasad, the Honorable Chancellor of the University, is a distinguished administrator, academician, and an ardent researcher. Colonel Prasad had served in the army for 26 years and had proud privilege of participating and be part of the Indo-Pak conflict in 1971. He took a voluntary retirement on 31st October 1996 and later joined in the academics, which is very close to his heart. Colonel Prasad had served as the Pro-Vice Chancellor and the Vice Chancellor of one of our sister universities, that is the Icfai University, Nagaland. He had also served as the director of Icfai Business School, IFHE, Hyderabad, as well as the dean. Colonel Prasad is known as a prolific writer. He has published 50 research papers and 9 books. So, we are very much delighted to have you in our midst during this convocation. Now, the role of an educational institution is not just to churn out graduates year after year, but to create a knowledge hub for the nation. A hub which will be instrumental in furthering the growth and development of the country's economy, and most importantly, its human resource. It is with this noble perspective in mind that late N.J. Yasasway, the founder of the Icfai Group of educational institutions, initiated this process of establishing the Icfai universities and business schools. Now, the Icfai University Meghalaya had been established in the year 2005 by an act passed by our own state legislature, the Meghalaya Legislative Assembly. It has its own campus with sprawling large green area there at Tura campus, which is the headquarter of the university. And we also have a Shalom campus here, which is at present in a rented premise. Now, the past 2 years, that is in 2020 and 2021, these 2 years have been challenging years for all of us, even as the educational institutions. This is because of the COVID-19 pandemic, which took a heavy toll not only on the country's economy, but even on education sector as well. However, the University Grants Commission, which we popularly called the UGC, had allowed to go for the online teaching. This is to ensure that despite the lockdown, students are not denied of gathering knowledge. Yes, it was a challenging task for each and every one of us, from the management to the teachers and to the students. But the teamwork together, we were able to overcome. And the outcome of that teamwork, despite all stress and pain, the outcome is very much visible here today when we see our students collecting their degrees, their medals and certificate today on the 30th of March 2022. Now, with the announcement of the National Education Policy of 2020, the university too, despite all odds, is gearing itself to process the implementation of the same. As I've said, it is a challenging task, but it's worth it, as the National Education Policy aims to provide equal access to higher education, and the kind that is an education of excellence and employability. And we all know that is the vision when they drafted the National Education Policy. I also, at this moment, on behalf of Icfai University, Meghalaya, extend my deepest gratitude to the Department of Education, the Government of Meghalaya, the Meghalaya Private University Regulatory Board, and to the Government of Meghalaya itself, led by the Honorable Chief Minister, Conrad K. Sangma, which after 10 years after we submitted the application for changing the nomenclature of the university, eventually in 2021 budget session of the Meghalaya Assembly last year, the nomenclature was passed and the act was amended. And henceforth, we shall no more be known as the Institute of Chartered Financial Analysts in the university, but henceforth we are known from now on as the Icfai University, Meghalaya. Now, at this moment, I also am extremely delighted to present that the university is going to confer 776 degrees on both the undergraduates and the postgraduate students. Apart from presenting the 27 gold medals, 26 silver medals to the meritorious students, and also to the General Proficiency Award, which we introduced this year. My dear graduating students, graduation day is an important milestone in an education career, in your academic career. After leaving this auditorium, you are going to face new challenges in life, but I am confident that with the core skills that you have acquired while you were with us, it will go a long way in helping you to make the next leg of your journey a successful and a meaningful one. Now, to conclude, I express my sincerest thanks to each and everyone who have in one way or the other been instrumental in building up the university to what it is now. It is with this support and cooperation that the university has been able to rise up from its humble beginning And I thank, on behalf of the university, the government of Meghalaya, the Department of Education, the sponsor society, the academicians, the faculty, students, and all its stakeholders for posing their trust and having faith in the university. I wish all the graduates the very best in their life and success in all their future endeavors. Long live Icfai University of Meghalaya. Jai Hind.
Thank you, Madam Vice Chancellor. Chancellor, sir, may I request you to deliver your address in the Convocation 2022.
I'll rather go there because the light is straight away falling on my eyes. His Excellency, Honorable Governor of Meghalaya, and the visitor of this university, Sri Satyapal Malik, Honorable Vice Chancellor Dr. Alicia, Honorable Registrar Dr. Indrani, faculty, members of the staff, members of various statutory boards, and guests among whom who have come all the way from long distances. Dr. Damodar Reddy, head of the IUCD, Dr. Verma, Vice Chancellor of Icfai University, Nagaland, parents, members of the media, distinguished guests, invitees, and of all, parents, and of all, my dear graduating students, the builders of the nation. Friends, Convocation Day is a great day. I consider it a great privilege for me to be amongst you this morning during the most exciting day of your life, the day on which you receive your degrees in a formal convocation ceremony shall leave you with a lifelong memory I don't think any student will forget in his life or her life for that matter. It's a culmination of your hard work that you have put in over the years, burning midnight oil, lots of hard work during the most trying conditions. That was the pandemic situation for the last 2 years, which got on to nerves of every human being. You got over with all that, and the day has come for the reckoning that you're going to receive your hard-earned and well-deserved degrees. To that extent, I extend my hearty congratulations and greetings to all of you and to your parents for this great occasion. This is a great day. I also would like to extend my hearty congratulations to Dr. Alicia, Dr. Indrani, and the faculty and staff of both the campuses at Shillong and Tura for having done their best in making you worthy of receiving these degrees today here. Great day. Now, friends, Convocation Day is also known as Commencement Day in certain parts of the world. Now, commencement is, yes, it is a commencement for you. You've just finished learning the academic or seeking academic knowledge. Now the journey of life starts. It is the commencement of the life that starts today for you. Because all these days you've been under the protective cover of your parents and teachers. Tomorrow onwards you are on your own. Your life journey starts with the first step like every other journey starts. You're going to put your first step from tomorrow onwards. You're going to face the life as it comes. Friends, life is a journey, and learning is a lifelong process. The first step you all must take is to keep learning. Don't you ever think that I have learnt enough, I have got a degree, I have got a PG degree, I have got this, I have got that, and that's the end of the thing. No. That's what I meant by the commencement. Your true learning about life starts today. What you have learned till date is only a pure academic knowledge, academic fundamentals. But today the life starts for you. Mind you, life is not going to be fair to anyone. It will never be fair to anyone. You have to make it fair for yourself. Life consists of two worlds. One is your external world, external life. The other is internal. External world is the one which you abide by the societal norms. But internal world is your own. You create for yourself. You come to an educational institution to learn, to make your life comfortable, to develop relationships, to maintain them, to acquire comforts of life. That is what is all about as you are thinking till today. That you have just studied all these courses or everything just to make your living. That is just one part of the life. That's over now. You are going to enter into a different phase of life. The purpose of education is to make you a good human being at the end of the day. To become a good human being, just academic knowledge is not enough. I would like to dwell upon a concept called value-based education. Because all these days, the emphasis was on the knowledge-based education, where you were expected to score marks in the examinations, get the gradings, and with the help of those gradings, get a job or take up some avocation and earn your livelihood. That was the emphasis. But thanks to NEP 2020, values are going to be a part of your education process as much as the knowledge is. So kindly make sure that you develop those value systems. You've got enough of knowledge. The value systems are equally important, rather at times they become more important in life. Because any education without the value or the character associated with those value systems is dangerous. The purpose of education is to connect your past to the present and what is the emergence of future. These three stages are interlinked as far as in a right education. A right education is you have to develop knowledge and skills along with right value systems only then the purpose of life or purpose of true education is served. Otherwise, it is not. Now, academic knowledge that you have acquired is connected to your mind, whereas the value systems, the character-related issues, they remain in your heart. The right union of these two things will make you a perfect human being. Any of them running short is a problem. So kindly make sure that along with your knowledge and skills, you possess those right value systems where you are effectively able to differentiate between right and wrong. This is the biggest problem which the youth is facing today. They are not in a position to differentiate between right and wrong. They are influenced by so many other external factors. So at least from now onwards, learn from your parents, from any elders that you come across, if the teachers are not available to you. What are those value systems that I need to possess? You must ask yourself. Friends, if you recollect, in the beginning I addressed you as nation builders. Yes, both the teachers and the students are nation builders. India is enjoying the demographic advantage. The youth power is there. Enormous youth power is there in our country, that's you all are. This is going to be there for at least next 25 to 30 years. The power that is available in our country is huge. This advantage or this power must be harnessed. You have to develop that attitude of working for the nation. You're all nation builders. National development is working for the country in whatever way you want, making a positive contribution, end of the day. That is what is national development. Combined with is the national spirit. It is my country, it is my own country, that is the feeling. Common culture, heritage, unity of purpose, all these things put together, you can work towards the national development. Now you might ask me, sir, how do I become a part of the nation building process? First thing you need is a basic education, value-based education, which consists of knowledge, skills, and sound character. That's the first basic requirement you need to contribute your might to the nation building process. Second thing comes your physical health. Health is wealth. People think it's an odd old man's saying. No, this particular thing is ever relevant in everybody's life. More so in your life. You have the whole life in front of you. The recent pandemic has proved it, that unless you take good care of your health, you cannot do anything in life. So please take good care of your health. Now, knowledge, value-based education, skills, combined with good health and strong physique, you are a force to reckon with. You can bash on regardless. That is the way you get ready to contribute your might to the country's growth. Now, after becoming a valuable asset like this, you can choose any path. Take up the agricultural field, good enough, part of our GDP process. Sufficient contribution comes from the agricultural field. You're welcome. Don't feel shy that it is an old man's job or uneducated man's job. No. It is as much modern as anything else today. Go and ensure the national security. by joining the armed forces or the central paramilitary forces. By joining the armed forces, you will be ensuring the security of the country from the external forces. By joining the central paramilitary forces or the state security forces, you are ensuring internal security. This is also a nation-building process. Finally, the third and most important part is the joining a company to do a job. Anything that you do, only one thing you have to remember is, end of the day, have I left something better than what it was in the morning when I entered the office? That should be your aim. You will definitely do very well in any field that you, if you have this particular aim, that I will leave everything in a slightly better shape than what it was there in the morning when I entered the office. Mind you, little drops of water make a mighty ocean. Even your small contribution, you don't think that it will go waste. If all of you put together, make that small contribution, the country will flourish. I come to the most important part of your career after this is the entrepreneurship. Instead of seeking a job, you become a job provider. There are plenty of avenues today. Anybody with that creative bent of mind can take up entrepreneurship. Please do take up. And India is the second largest startup hub in the world today. 50,000 startups are there. 10,000 of them having come up in the last 6 months of pandemic only. And there are 75 unicorns. You might ask me, what is unicorn? $1 billion worth startup is ranked as a unicorn. And mind you, all of them who have started are young people like you. There are a couple of young engineering graduates in Hyderabad who have recycled these plastic water bottles into a useful, nature-friendly containers and ensured the heavy reduction in the usage of plastic bottles. Yesterday I saw the fog is getting converted into water. That plant I saw, I was very impressed. I never saw it before. Some boy like you in Rajasthan is converting plastic bottles into cloth, useful cloth. Likewise, there are so many such things. Our GDP in 2020 was about $3.2 trillion worth, and we are looking at a figure of $5 trillion by 2030. It might sound quite tall order or an ambitious target, but if you make up your mind as an individual, as a young entrepreneur, I am sure this target is definitely achievable. Remember the slogan that our Prime Minister had put, Atmanirbhar Bharat, self-reliant, let us produce our own stuff. We should not depend upon any foreign country for any of our requirements. If you all make up this particular thing, I am sure you will come up with very good ideas. Right, friends, that's all I have to say. I wish you all the very best, and you are a part of a very good, rather you've been, some of you may be taking up the, after bachelor's, undergraduate, you may be taking up post-graduation level in the same university or elsewhere.